Good evening, dear televiewers, and welcome to another edition of the 6 p.m. Prime News on Cam's television in the Queen's language. We begin right away with our major stories. The Ministry of Tourism and Leisure has signed a partnership agreement with the national television to produce and broadcast documents that will contribute to the promotion of Cameroon's cultural heritage during and after the African Nations Cup to take place from January 2022. The Isakam company has received 100 trucks that will ease their tax as they multiply efforts to maintain cleanliness in the country during and after the AFCON 2021. Head coach of the Indomitable Alliance, Information Tabby Clarkson will be visiting us in the studio to talk more on the contract that the Indomitable Lions coach Antonio Conceição has signed this day. The school year calendar, that is for the 2021-2022 academic school year, has been made public. The day of reopening and the day of closure has also been clearly outlined. Let's have more in the following reports. The 2021-2022 academic school year will begin on Monday, September 6, 2021 at 7:30 in the morning, and children will go for the term holidays on July 31st, 2022. This final program was signed by the Educational Board of Basic Education and the Ministry of Higher Education after a meeting to brainstorm and decide on the final dates. Faced with the deadly coronavirus pandemic, schools will resume and lessons will be given under strict barrier measures. This academic school year will have 3 holidays with just 2 weeks each. The first term break, that is the Christmas holidays, will run from December 17th, 2021 to Monday, January 3rd, 2022. For the second term holidays, also referred to as the Easter break, it will begin from Friday, April 8, 2022 to Monday, April 25, 2022. When it comes to school periods, the first term will start on Monday, September 6, 2021 to Friday, December 17, 2021. The third term and last term of the school year for the year 2021 and 2022 academic school year, it will begin on Monday, March 7 to Friday, July 29, 2022. Laying more emphasis on the lessons. Lessons will be covered for a period of 36 weeks with a minimum of 5 hours of lectures per week, a total of 420 hours per term, and a grand total of 1,260 hours per year. Over 200 offerings of fallen police officers have received some didactic materials, school bags, and also food items from the Policemen Wife Association here in Yaoundé. These are steps to make sure that the students resume school and not to feel abandoned despite the absence of their fathers. We have more in the following reports. School bags, cartons of didactic school materials, pallets of drinking water, and some school bags are some of the few items donated to hundreds of offerings of police who died on the battlefront while defending the national colors and integrity of our beloved nation, Cameroon. A traditional ceremony organized by the Police Wife Association at the Police School Esplanade in Yaoundé to put smiles on the faces of these orphans.
Education and schooling of these children who have become orphans overnight constitute a difficult challenge because the large number of deaths does not permit these innocent children to take care of themselves. To mutualize our effort, we call people with good hearts to help in the realization of this non-governmental organization. These children of fallen police officers are now our children.
de policiers qui ne sont plus sont désormais nos enfants.
A very special occasion to reaffirm their engagements as a sign of love to these children.
Special character this year because women of Owa are reaffirming their engagement toward us, their commitment to the orphans, and therefore prove us one more that we are loved. Hence, Remasco is a way to come and help single parents as the school year will very soon resume and motivate us students to better school results.
Beneficiaries express gratitude and promise to work harder.
This material really represents something important for us because it's really important for the next academic year which is coming. So we promise to all these mothers who gave their money, their time, their energy for this ceremony that we will have good results this year.
With about 2,000 offerings of fallen police soldiers, this 6th edition of the Police Wife Association is a stepping stone. According to the president of the association, he reassures Cameroonians that this act will expand throughout the national territory. There is no room for school dropouts. We take you now to this human interest story, but now with a cover shot. A lady about 30 years old, looking mentally unstable, has put to birth a baby girl around 9 a.m. at Express Union Beating, a neighborhood in Yaoundé. Before being taken care of, the firefighters' elements hurriedly transported her to the Centre Médical d'Arrondissement de Kmer, still a neighborhood in Yaoundé. Thanks to the elements of the firefighters, they called the chief of the Center for Social Affairs, Giselle Mesambade, who immediately responded and took full charge of the lady and her baby. She made it clear that the baby will be kept in a competent service, while the mother will have to remain in the hospital for medical follow-up. We'll bring you subsequent updates. If you're just joining us, this is a 6 p.m. Prime News on Camdis Television, live from Yaoundé, the capital of Cameroon. The Ministry of Tourism and Leisure has signed a partnership agreement with the National Television to produce and broadcast documents that will go a long way to showcase the cultural diversity of Cameroon during and after the African Nations Cup that will be taking place from January to February. Geraldine Nasi completes the story.
With the objective to co-produce and broadcast in French and English of mini TV documentaries on radio, TV and web antennas before, during and after the African Cup of Nations Total Energy 2021, a signing ceremony of the partnership agreement between the Ministry of Tourism and Leisure and the National Television was held this day at the Deputy Hotel in Yaoundé.
The proper context, as we know, is that we will have the honor to organize and prove that Cameroon is the country of football and the country which is Africa in miniature, well known for hospitality. And we rely on CRTV, on her professionals, as we said, and the new equipment that CRTV acquired. And we rest assured that what we lacked until now will be sufficiently now and professionally done to satisfy our visitors who will come from all over the world during AFCON 2021. And naturally, they will come to love Cameroon, and we trust you all to participate in this campaign of promotion of our destination.
This agreement, which is an implementation of the high instructions of the Prime Minister, Head of Government Chief Dr. Joseph Dion Gute and the National Tourism Council, is with a view to enhancing and disseminating the potential offered by the destination of Cameroon.
To sign this convention in presence of my own boss and the Minister of Tourism and Leisure, Minister of State Belobuba Maigari. This convention is inviting us to elaborate and to edit the most beautiful program you can imagine, in English and in French, of course, showing our beautiful country in all of its good and better aspects. CRTV is fully ready. Every time, you have the best professionals you can imagine in this country. So we are fully ready to start even tomorrow.
The production of series of 20-minute documentaries of 6 minutes and 5-second capsule for the dressing of advertising slots will be an opportunity to showcase the cultural heritage and touristic sites of Cameroon to Cameroonians and to the world during and after the AFCON period. This agreement is therefore seen as a win-to-win partnership whereby each party will come out with the best.
We take you now to something else, but now with a press release as we read. The chairman of the Press Card Insurance Commission hereby informs managers of media houses, journalists and persons of equivalent status that the deliberations of the first session of the said commission for the year 2021 will be held on Wednesday 22nd September 2021 as from 9 a.m. in the conference hall of the main building of the Ministry of Communication. The application files for the acquisition of the press cards will be scrutinized during this session. The chairman therefore calls on all those concerned to submit their complete application files before the 21st of September 2021 at the headquarters of the Press Card Insurance Commission in the Camp News building in Yaoundé. We now move over to sports scene activities as Cameroon prepares to host the African Nations Cup beginning from January. The Isacam company have officially received 100 trucks that will enable them to maintain cleanliness in the city. This handing over ceremony was presided by the mayor of the Yaoundé City Council, Luc Messi Atangana. Gerardine Nazé tells us more.
The cleanliness of cities is a major concern of the public authorities and the population. The government is, however, working to make available the necessary resources so that the cleanliness of cities is assured, especially at a time when Cameroon is preparing to host a major sporting event, the African Cup of Nations Total Energy 2021.
Long process. We already have in the pipeline, as the mayor said, the most beautiful quarter, the most clean quarter, the most hygienic market, the most hygienic gardens all around. So Isacam has to do its work diligently to be sure that they carry out all the waste that has been taken from the house.
In order to fulfill its mission of making cities clean on a daily basis, Isacam, the historic cleaning operation in Cameroon and Africa, has worked hard by acquiring 100 new state-of-art cleaning trucks, which were presented during a ceremony presided over by the mayor of the Yaoundé City Council, Luc Messi Atangana.
We are calling on the population to equally have a high sense of civic behavior, because without which they will come and throw the dirt on the floor when Isacam is coming. Now, Isacam has a timetable to pass around all the quarters to be sure that at a certain time they are going to pass. So when they hear the sound or the horn of Isacam vehicles, they should just come out of their dirt and put them in their trash cans, and then they will carry.
The trucks will be distributed throughout the national network that is in the 18 cities where Isacam is installed for the service. This satisfaction is more intense as these trucks will help the country to meet up with the challenge of the cleanliness of all cities.
As earlier announced, we'll be receiving in the studio the Director of Information, Tabi Clarkson, will be telling all more on Antonio Conceição, who just signed another 2-year extension of contract. But before then, we'll take you to this other cover shot. Portuguese footballer, tactician Antonio Conceição, his first deputy coach, François Oman Biyig and the second deputy coach in charge of goalkeepers, Jacques Songo, have received a 2-year contract extension at the helm of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. While presiding over the contract renewal signing ceremony, Cameroon's Minister of Sport and Physical Education, Narcisse Moele Kombi, congratulated Antonio Conceição's team for a job well done during the first 2 years in charge. He, however, called on them to shun all forms of distractions and focus on making Cameroon proud during the 2021 AFCON and the qualifiers for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. In 10 games, Antonio Conceição has recorded 5 wins, 4 draws and 1 defeat. Thanks once more. We've been joined in the studio by Tabi Clarkson, Chief of Information for Camdis Television. Tabi Clarkson, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Anumeko. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for honoring our invitation.
Thank you.
Information is spreading very wide like fire. Antonio Conceição, head coach of the Indomitable Lions, have signed another 2-year contract. What do you think about that?
It's so that our reporter Isaac Gonkum is just coming back from the field with good news. The good news is that the coach has signed an additional 2 years contract. It's good news. Why? Good news simply because in the coaching domain, we need stability. When there is stability, it gives the coach the time to know his players, to know the strategy to actually put in place, and that is what the government has recognized in Antonio Conceição, giving him 2 additional years because his contract was to end on the 4th of October. Giving him an additional 2 years, it simply means that he is having that recognition of not only Fcfa, not only the Ministry of Sports and Physical Education, but the entire government, because we know that we are having challenges that are actually coming up. So I want to believe that that confidence, a coach needs the confidence. When you have that confidence of your managers, when you have that confidence of your employers, believe me, you will do a good job. And he's not the only one who has actually extended his contract. We equally have Francois Oman Biyig, you made mention a while ago, and equally Jacques Songo. So I want to think that the technical staff of the Indomitable Lions is well armed for the upcoming challenges.
Tabi Clarkson, yes, it is true he has already signed another 2-year term of office. What are some of the challenges that await Antonio Conceição?
No, the challenges are there. The challenges are there. The first challenge will be on the 3rd of September when Cameroon will take on Malawi. It will be at the Olembe Stadium here in Yaoundé. The match, of course, will count for the first round of qualifiers as to what concerns the World Cup 2022 to take place in Qatar. Apart from that match of the 3rd of September here in Yaoundé, on the 8th of September still, Cameroon will play a match in Abidjan against the Elephants of Côte d'Ivoire, and we want to believe that, of course, we shall be coming back from Abidjan with a victory. We know that it's not an easy place to go and play, but we are the Lions, we are the Indomitable Lions. So those are the major challenges of Coach Antonio Conceição. Apart from those 2 matches, that is against Malawi on the 3rd of September, against Côte d'Ivoire on the 8th of September, we know that the AFCON is coming. The AFCON is coming, and the last time that Cameroon organized this competition was in 1972. And we did not win the competition. We played the semi-finals. We were beaten by Congo. This time, we are organizing with the determination to win. And of course, we shall have 24 countries, and we know that Cameroon will play the opener against Burkina Faso. That will be on the 9th of January at the Olembe Stadium. And we know that in a competition of this nature, in a competition of this caliber, the first match is very important. And that is why we have to win against Burkina Faso on the 9th of January. So those are the challenges of Antonio. He has to make sure that we have a good squad to prepare for that AFCON that we are organizing for the 2nd time in history.
Thank you, Otabi Clarkson. That's the Chief of Information for Camdis Television. Thanks once more. We believe that we'll be coming more any other updates.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Dear televiewers, it is with this that we draw the curtains of our 6 p.m. Prime News on Camdis Television. Here are headlines. The Ministry of Tourism and Leisure has signed a partnership agreement with the National Television to produce and broadcast documents that will contribute to the promotion of Cameroon's cultural heritage during and after the African Nations Cup. The Izakam company has received 100 trucks that will ease their tax as they multiply efforts to maintain cleanliness in the country during and after the AFCON 2021. Head coach of the Indomitable Lions, Antonio Concisao, have been awarded another 2-year contract extension. Thank you, dear televiewers, for watching. Stay tuned to more interesting programs on Camdis Television. We meet on Monday when it's exactly 6 p.m. Have a blessed weekend.